Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to see the remaining part of your conditional statements. So in the previous class, in the previous video or previous class, we have seen the two conditional statements if and if else. Now we will see the remaining. So what are the four things? So once again, we will see here if condition, if else condition, nested if condition, if else condition, nested if else condition, and else if ladder. And the first two we have discussed already, and remaining we will see here. Next, third one is nested if else statement. Nested if else statements is one of the conditional control flow statements. If the body of if statement contains at least one if statements, then that is if statement is called as nested if else statement. The nested if else statement can be used in such situations where at least two conditions should be satisfied in order to execute a particular set of statements. It can also be used to make a decision among multiple choices. That means here if you are having n number of conditions to be checked to execute a particular set of statements, that means at least two, then we will go with the nested if loop. See here, the syntax will be like this. If condition will be there, again one more condition you are going to write here. This is nothing but nested if condition. If this condition and this condition, if this condition, that is condition 1 and condition 2 are satisfied, then statement 1 will be executed. But if statement 1 is, condition 1 is true, but condition 2 is false, then we will go with the statement 2. If condition 1 itself is false, then we will go with the statement 3. Whatever may be the situation, it continues with the statement X. In the above syntax, if and else are the keywords that we know. Condition 1, condition 2 and condition all are logical expressions only which returns true and false, true or false. And as you know, as usual, that should be enclosed within the parenthesis. And obviously that statements of if and else may be a simple or compound. See here, first I'll check one condition. If this is true, I'll go with another condition 2. If this is also true, statements 1 will be executed. If this is true but this is false, statements 2 will be executed. First condition itself is false, then it go with the statement 3. Whatever may be the statements you are executing, all that will be, after that you have to proceed with the statement X. Whenever nested if else statement is encountered, first condition 1 is tested. It returns either true or false. If condition 1 is false, then the condition transfers to else body by skipping if body. If condition 1 is true, then condition 2 is tested. If the condition 2 is true, if body gets executed, otherwise else body will get executed. That is what we have discussed exactly. And see here, this is the condition where I want to find out the largest of 3 numbers. So here I am reading 3 values A, B, C. So what I'll do, at test which I can check only one here. So I'll write it as whether A is greater than B or not. If this is greater than B, then I'll go with, I have to check whether that is also again greater than C or not. Okay, A is greater than B and it is also greater than C. Then I can say that the largest one is A. But if A is greater than B and A is not greater than C, then obviously which one will be the greater one? Then B will be obviously, C will be obviously the greater one. If this is false, I'll go with the else part, and next I'll check whether this C is greater than B or not. I'll go with the B and C. That means this condition, if this condition is false, it will go with the next part. The next category is else if ladder. Else if ladder is one of the conditional control statements. It is used to make the decision among multiple choices. That means I have n number of choices. I have to check which statements I need to execute depending on the condition. If this is the condition, these statements. If this is the condition, these statements. If not all the conditions, else part will be there where I'll be having that as a last option. See here, the syntax will be like this. If some condition, statement 1. Else if second condition, next statement. Third condition, statements. Fourth condition, that is go on, n conditions, n statements. Else you will have the default statement. So in the above syntax, if and else are the keywords. The same thing you are going to repeat here. The statements will be enclosed within the parenthesis. Condition will be closed within the parenthesis. Statements may be a single statement or multiple statements. Okay. And valid X, statement X is valid. C statement should be there. And this is your flow chart where if this condition 1 is true, statement 1. False, you will check with the next condition. If it is true, this statements. Again, if that is false, you will go with the third. And last, finally, all the conditions are false. You are not meeting any of the condition. You will have the default statement. Any one of the particular set of statements will be executed. After that, statement X will be executed. Whenever else if ladder is encountered, condition 1 is tested first. If it is true, statement 1 gets executed. After then, the control transfers to statement X. If condition 1 is false, then the condition 2 will be tested. If suppose that is false, the other condition will be checked. That means it will check all the conditions till the end. If it is not meeting any of the condition, finally the default statements will get executed. After that only the control transfers to statement X. If any of all the conditions is true, then the body associated with it gets executed. Then the control will transfer to the statement X. See here the example. Here what I am going to do is I am going to accept the marks of 3 subjects. Depending on that, I will find out the average. And then I have to find out the class of the student. That is whether he is getting the distinction, first class, second class or fail. Only 3 conditions. So if that average is greater than 75, I'll write it as distinction. Okay, it is not greater than 75. Then I'll check that is between 60 and 75. Yes, if it is that is between 60 and 75, I'll write it as first class. No, not at all. It is meeting this also. It is not meeting this condition also. Else I'll check it is between 50 or 60. If it is true here, it will print it as second class. No, it is not meeting this also. Then finally, that will be obviously less than 50 and then I can print it as the class of that student is fail. So that is about your nested else if and else if ladder. Now try to do this one by yourself. That is, write a C program to check whether a given number is even or odd using if else, and write a program to find out the roots of a quadratic equation. You please try these 2 programs and come for the next class. This is all about your conditional branching or conditional statements in your C program. Okay. So that is about your conditional statements. Thank you.